Good morning, and today I'm going to show you around Old Town Tallinn, the old city, the Tallinn as the Estonians call it. So the Old Town is in the heart of this country's capital, Tallinn. And of course you would guess in the medieval times this would be the gateway into the city. Let me show you what this gate looks like from the other end before we talk about the history of this old town. Beautiful, isn't it? Let's check it out from this side. All right, let's take a look. This would be the then gate. For you to enter the city, you would have to go through this gate. And why is it called Old Town? Like, there are several other cities that are old, but why is this town or this part of the city called Old Town? It is called Old Town. It is called Old Town because, as the name implies, it was first mentioned in 1154. The name Tallinn was first mentioned in 1154 by the Danes, and this city received city rights in the year 1248. I mean, I would guess by then, for a city to exist, it had to take city rights. It had to get city rights for it to function, I would guess. But anyways, let's go on with a little bit of history of Old Town in Tallinn, Estonia, where I'm currently traveling before I move on to my next destination. But again, as you saw in my previous video about Estonia, while I was in the east at the Russian border, the Danish people made their presence here. The Danish people were the first to visit this part of Estonia. And of course, they left a legacy here. They left a legacy of building the first medieval seaport in the 13th century. So this medieval seaport was built by the Danish people in 13th century because of the strategic location of Tallinn, Estonia. It became a major seaport, a hub for trade in the Baltic states. So, for my viewers who are not from Europe and who don't know what Baltic state is, Baltic states are the countries that are around the Baltic Sea. Most importantly are Estonia, Lithuania and Latvia. So these are the Baltic states. But anyways, there are a lot more information about this country. It's got a rich history. It's got a lot for international people who wish to be here to know. So let's check out this house. Is that a church? It says Oh the Hansa. Yeah, it's a restaurant, but I've never been to that restaurant. Perhaps someday I'm gonna be there, but of course not today. Right, let's proceed with the history. This city was built with the architecture of 13th century, and ever since then it maintained this culture and it maintained the city architecture that was approved way back in 13th century by the Danish people. Let's take a closer look. Let's find out the name of this building or church. Torn. You must remember, English speaking people, that in this part of the world the letter J is pronounced as Y. So this is not Raekoja, it is Raekoja. So it says town hall. Let's see how it looks like. Gonna take a quick walk down there, but look at this architecture, 13th century architecture, and the city was built on 13th century plan, which hasn't changed since then. But anyways, back to the history, back to what I was saying. This city received enough bombardment from the Second World War in 1944, shortly before the end of the Second World War. Alright, before I continue with history, this is what Raya Koya Town Hall looks like. Can't get it all in one frame. Alright. Right, so back to what I was saying. The city got its name way back, and the Germans called this city Rebel. What I said before was that the Danish people changed hands with this city, with the Swedes, and later the Danish people once more, and later on the Germans. After the Germans, okay, let's check out that building. After the Germans were the Russians, and the final were, yeah, there was an account that the state of Livonia also controlled this city. So Livonia was an administrative unit controlling this country and some parts of Latvia, but it's no longer in existence. Okay, is that an Irish flag? Maybe Irish embassy there. Let's check it out. It's actually a pub. It's not an Irish embassy. Alright, we've got a better view from here, all in one frame. You could see the Raya Koya Town Hall. Okay, back to the history once more. I always say when I travel that history for me is more of a literature than politics. I like to understand what happened in a country, what happened in a state, what happened somewhere that made them who they are or what they are, right? So after this city got its independence, the final independence from Russia in 1991, or from Soviet Union in 1991, it has made names for itself. Right, before I continue with the part of history, history is right there on the wall. It says Livonia, which was some sort of an administrative unit that controlled this country at the time, before the 13th century. After the 13th century, it controlled this country and some part of Latvia, but it's no longer in existence. Alright, there are a lot of streets down here. Okay, let's take that one. So back to what I was saying. This country has made its name internationally, in the European Union and far beyond. If you are a technology enthusiast and you've used Skype before, Skype itself was born in this country. Skype was discovered, built and made by guys from this country, citizens of Estonia. And as well, if you send money internationally to friends and family for your business and you use the platform called TransferWise or Wise, it was founded by two guys from this country. And as well, a lot of other international recognitions. The old town, which I'm showing you right now, was listed in UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. It's still in the list, not confirmed yet, or confirmed, I don't know. If not confirmed, I don't know what UNESCO is still waiting for. Estonia is also home to NATO Cyber Defense of Excellence. This country is quite a small country, not so popular as other countries, I would say. Can't mention any names, but this country is of very much importance to me in every sense, like understanding them, understanding what you could achieve here. If you are a traveler or an expat who loves traveling, who wishes to relocate, try to come here. And Estonia is also very female friendly. When I say female friendly, it's a state that has and practices equal rights between men and women. Equal right in the sense that, okay, I've been to that street, or no, I was here. Okay, let's check out the other part of the street. Here it says Antique and Livonia Souvenirs. Antique and Livonia Souvenirs. People here are not camera shy. No one has given me any negative look yet. Like, doing my thing, everyone is doing their thing, you know. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Estonia practices equal opportunity in terms of inclusion and employment in every sense. Like, the president of this country currently is a woman, as well as the prime minister. Okay, I've not been to the street. Let's check out the street. As well as the prime minister. It's not only about politics. Of course, you know, politics is out of my topic when I travel. I like more of local people, which I can't seem to meet yet because it's still early. I had to run this shoot so that I can prepare more for my travels. I am working on tight schedule, so bear with me. So back to what I was saying. Estonia practices inclusion of men and women in every sense, in employment, in politics, in every sector.
Ебать ты нахуй. Давай поверни сюда эту хуйню. Ебать, ты им там скажи, блядь, Путин, нахуй, чемпион, блядь, Россия вперед, нахуй. И вся эта хуйня ваша, эта хуйня, нахуй. Чтобы они вперед знали, блядь. Короче, Крым наш, ты понял, нахуй? Ты нихуя не понял, блядь. Ты отправь туда это в Африку, нахуй. Слышь, у меня, блядь, знаешь, нахуй, я в Англии живу, блядь. У меня есть друзья, нахуй, черные, блядь. И я охуительно, блядь, с ними тусовался, нахуй. Я даже там есть, которые белые были черные. Ты такой ты не знал, нахуй. Короче, блядь, ты там объясни, нахуй, что, блядь, белые пацаны, короче, спали на русские, нахуй. Ты слушай, да, заебатые пацаны, нахуй. И ты там объясни эту хуйню, блядь.
Объясню все. Давай. So, I can tell you, those were a group of drunk Russians. What they were actually saying didn't make any sense, so I'm not gonna translate them to you. Some were more of like nationalistic and racial, but not towards me. Of course, they wouldn't. They wouldn't abuse me racially in the street just like that. I guess they wouldn't, but they didn't. I understand Russian. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. I'm gonna walk uphill to a point where you can see the city from an elevated point downward, and perhaps probably by then I continue my history. Let's go. If you heard before about House on the Rock, this is one example. This is one example of House on the Rock, and this is actually the House of Parliament. It's built on the rock. Came across this point. I don't know what's there. Oh wow. What a beauty. What a scene. I would live here if it would cost me all my salary for a month. I would live here just for the beauty of it. You know, all these are remnants of medieval architecture all the way since the 18th century. Right in the heart of the old town is the Orthodox Church, the Tallinn Old Town Orthodox Church.
Oh my gosh.
Right, bunch of friendly people there. It's quite early in the morning, just let them be. I have no questions for anybody right now, but I saw in the Google map there's a point where you could see the city from a height, and it makes sense. Let's go check it out. Look at that. I assume that's another church. Wish I could go inside, see how it looks like. Let's find out. No way, it's locked. I suppose to keep unnecessary unwanted people out. But yeah, let's go check out that point from where you can see the city from an elevation. The Danish people, as I was saying, made claims over this land in the year 1154, and ever since then, since they established this old medieval architecture, it has always been intact. A lot of houses here, if you check them out, of course there have been several renovations, but they have been built in the old medieval style. Let's go check out that point. I'm excited. I hope you are too. Alright, looks like this is one of them. From here you could see the city of Tallinn. I see two people there already. Hello.
Hey guys.
Wow, look at this scene. Wow.
Spectacular.
Yes, it's incredible. You're having the best morning, right? And the sun is coming from this way, giving you great morning energy. Yeah?
Yeah.
You saying hi?
Sure, man.
Look at that. Wow, what a view. There's something similar with the roofs here you could see in the old town, and the roofs of several houses you can see in Sweden. The red color of the roofs. When you're landing in a plane to Sweden, you see a lot of red colored roofs, so that reminds me of Sweden. Right, let's go check out the second point. This view is spectacular. Look at this. Well, let's go back to history. Sorry, I always get interrupted by some interesting scenes. So in 1154, after the Danish people claimed this land and started, constructing the medieval architecture, ever since then, of course, okay, which way should we go? Left or right? Okay, I'm right-handed. Let's go this way. This city has seen some reconstruction. Of course, some houses didn't stand the test of time. They had to be fixed somehow. It doesn't mean that since 13th century nothing has been done. Roads are always constantly kept in order, in shape, of course, to preserve the culture. Okay, is there no entrance? Okay, Era Valdus. Okay, I translated that. It meant private property. All right, no trespassing this morning. Right, by my map, we're here. Can be that way. All right, let's go check it out. Look at that. Comment below if there is something else you would like to see, maybe interaction with the locals. I plan for that, but comment below. Let me know if there is something specific you would like to see in Estonia. That is where I am currently, before I move on to my tour in Europe, perhaps Asia and other places that I can. If there is something you would like to see, learn, just comment below. If I know, I'll let you know. If I don't, I'll make a video of it. Maybe perhaps go out, ask some people, you know, for the fun of it. But this view ain't bad, but to be honest, I would prefer the first one. Okay, it shows there is a step we could use to go down. There is the staircase to go down. Alright, let's go check it out. There is something very similar in this part of Europe. In this part of Europe, I mean between the Baltic states, like Estonia, Lithuania, and Latvia. When you go, you find almost similar architecture. They have this preserved culture. They have this culture of preserving the old cities. You can't destroy them. Those cities were destroyed, we won't be seeing them right now, right? So I love this part of preservation of the old culture, old city. When I was in Greece, perhaps I should go again, make a video. Long time ago when I was in Greece, I saw how the restoration of all the ancient Greek ruins were still being preserved till date. You know, it's very good. Let's take a closer look at the house on the rock. I was right there. Right there. Comment below if you know what that is. I don't. So UNESCO, what are you waiting for? I heard Old Town, Estonia is still in your list. I mean, you guys should confirm it already. there are a lot of streets, narrow streets. You could, you know, navigate here, but due to time factor, I have to run, grab another public transport to the next destination. Of course, as you know, when I travel, I always like to go to the rural areas, but of course, the old town Tallinn took my attention. There's no how I can be here in this country without showing you the old town. It's amazing, it's breathtaking. So join me on this journey while I travel and show you the places that I've been to, meet local people, talk a bit more about the history, you know, just show you around. Always comment below about the questions I asked before. If there is something you would like to know about this country which I didn't mention, maybe go out there and ask questions from the locals, or maybe politics, which is not in my topic, but if it's something I can answer or ask people, why not? Of course, subscribe, like, share this video. Let me know always in the comment section how I can improve, how I can make you even happier with my videos. And of course, see you in the next episode. Cheers.